So in this slide, we are going to discuss what is PI planning. Um, it is basically a time box during which a agile release train deliver incremental value in the form of working and tested software and system. So what does that mean? It just it's a time box of 10 it's a time box of 5 iterations. So 5 iterations is usually 10 weeks or 3 months, right? And what happens during that time box is the entire agile release train, they work towards achieving the PI objectives. They work towards building all the user stories and features which are allocated to them, and they continue to build functionality for each of these user stories and feature, and they deliver incremental value to the customers in form of working and tested softwares and system. That's the idea of the planning interval at a high level. Then also it's a 8 to 12, typically it consists of 8 to 12 development it typically it consists of 8 to 12 weeks that consist of development iterations and innovation and planning iteration. So what does that mean is a PI interval is usually anywhere between 8 to 12 weeks. So if it is 8 weeks, what it means is it has 4 iteration. If it is 12 weeks, that means it has 6 iterations, right? Because each iteration is 2 week, and these are basically the development iterations. Like if there are 4 iteration in this PI, then 3 of them are a development iteration and one is innovation and planning iteration. So each PI should have one innovation and planning iteration, and this is the last iteration they do. And this is not a development iteration. It acts as a buffer. Many times it acts as a buffer for any work for teams who are not able to complete the work which they thought they will be able to deliver in their development iteration. So some of that work moves into innovation and iteration planning iteration, and then they try to complete that work. Also, if there is some kind of bug fixes and all that, they can be fixed during the innovation and planning iteration. Many times, a lot of safe customers, what they do is they use innovation and planning iteration for arranging hackathons, working on ideas which are not standard part of their backlog. So all that kind of thing is done in innovation and planning iteration. Then again, PI planning, it's a time box for planning, building, and validating a full system, increment, demonstrating value, and receiving fast feedback. So it is again a planning time box. Again, PI planning, PI interval uh, is again, or a PI is a time box where you do the planning for entire upcoming PI. You actually build the software or system for the customer, and after you have built it, you validate, you integrate all the components which each of the agile team have built separately, integrate them, then you validate whether this whole increment as a system it's working properly or not. You do that validation, and once the validation is done, then the value which is delivered by the system increment is being demonstrated to various stakeholders in ART, including product owners, product managers, and business owners and other stakeholders. And then you receive the feedback from all these stakeholders, and you kind of implement that feedback in upcoming iteration. Any question on this slide?
No questions.
Sorry, I'm having some cold today, so please forgive me for that. What is PI planning?